the filler all rough sanded, got the right shape and everything. It's not blocked out perfect. The main goal here is to just get it roughed out, get some epoxy primer back on it. And I'm going to do that with all the patches, get them welded in, get them roughed in, make sure I don't need any more metal work, and then get the panels and start fitting them on the car. So the finished blocking will come later. And what I'm doing now is we have to protect the bare metal on that patch. Now it always rusts out behind these braces. You can see that little hole there. It actually rusted a little bit through the brace. I'm not concerned about that. But you can see the bare metal back there. And I don't know if you can see a little bit of bare metal there where I put that patch. So what we got to do is we got to get that sealed and primed back there. Now they do sell that weld through primer, and I could have primed the piece, but wherever the actual weld is, obviously it's going to be unprotected. So I got a couple ideas on how we're going to do that. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is this came in a kit of undercoating from Eastwood. Not advertising for Eastwood, you can probably buy this somewhere else, but what it is they had a non-hardening type undercoat or inner coat, panel coat for blind areas. And what it's got a little brass tip with some holes in the end of it, and it's got this end here that you can put on your undercoating. Well, I also discovered that it kind of fits the Eastwood primer, the self-etching primer, kind of fits on there. And it leaks a little bit, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this thing in all these little cracks. I'm going to blast this thing. That's why I have the garbage can sitting here, because there's going to be a lot running out. And I'm going to blast this, and it shoots kind of a cone shape. And I don't know if I can shoot a little of this so you can see what the cone looks like. I'm going to shoot it into this garbage can. And it just kind of sprays out in a cone-shaped pattern. And this stuff is pretty runny, so it's gonna blast all over the place. And I'm not sure where it's all gonna go, but I'll give it a shot here, and hopefully I can get it into places that I want it to go. And it's probably gonna run out everywhere. Yep, here it comes. Okay. Yep, it's coming right out the seam there. A lot coming out. Let's see if I can even get some in there. Yep. Try to get some up there. Shove it down in there. It looks like it's going just about wherever I want it to. There it comes out the side there. And there's also a hole, if I can get it under there, right under here. I'm making a hell of a mess here. Okay, I'm going to blast it up in there. Okay, that's a pretty good start. Get a little bit more in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to wait about half hour or so. And I'm going to do this about 4 times. I want a nice thick layer of this self-etching primer in there to coat all that bare metal. And I think that ought to do it. Okay, I got the second coat of Epoxy Primer on the fender, and that's just going to protect it until I can get all my fit and everything. So, got the right shape, that's the main thing. And after I get everything fit, all the gaps set, then we can start blocking everything out and making it pretty. But that's it for now. Okay, I'm getting ready to put the inner fender well on. Got some things taped off here, and fender wells got some epoxy primer on it. I did about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's got some minor imperfections that need to be worked out, but really nothing that needs to be beat on with a hammer. So that's going to go on, and then I got my recently patched and primed fender. So that's about where I'm at. Okay, we got the inner fender well loosely mounted, and got that in place. Okay, I got the fender on there, just a few bolts in it. The main reason I got to get it out of my way so I can work on the other side. I really didn't have any place to put it. It's just hung on there right now by about 4 bolts. So kind of nice to see a few parts on the car, even though it's only temporary. But it does give you a good feeling like you're making a little bit of progress. But got those patches done. Obviously my door's not hung right yet. It's way too tight in the back there. And the fender's just, like I say, it's got a couple bolts in it holding it on. But the entire front end, hood, and everything will have to be on to get everything adjusted and get everything correct before I do the rest of the body work. So a little bit at a time.